Kind of the unicorn in the snow bike industry has been achieving the dirt bike riding style, the feel of riding a dirt bike on the snow. And through our testing and through our design ideas and through our experimenting, the Rale kit is the closest thing to riding a dirt bike on the snow. So Rale is a new snow bike brand that we're bringing to market because it's a completely unique style of rear suspension that feels much more dirt bike-ish. It gives you a lot more dirt bike feel, gives you a lot more dirt bike playfulness and handling of a dirt bike on the snow. And so we are pushing it out to market to get more people the opportunity to try it. So for 2022, Rale Industries is offering 2 snow bike models. Basically, they're the exact same kit. The difference is the ST120 has a more universal free ride, lower snow condition track, and the MT model has a more deep snow, deep lug style track. The rear suspension system on the Rale snow bike kit is a patented design. That patent covers how the linkage is used and how the rear shock is used off the dirt bike in a unique way and creates a true rising rate rear suspension. So the Rale snow bike kit mounts to your bike the same way that your dirt bike swing arm mounted to your bike. The only difference is we remove the shock from its stock position, lay it horizontally in the kit, and then that is mounted to a bell crank that is attached to a linkage rod that replaced the rear shock. With that configuration, we've copied the bell crank that's on your current bike linkage system, and that gives us the ability to run true dirt bike rear suspension, rising rate feel, sag, and setup styles of a dirt bike. So on the Rale snow bike kit, there's 2 bell cranks. There's bell crank A on the front of the kit that replicates the linkage rod on the swing arm, and then there's bell crank B in the middle of the kit attached to the other end of the shock. And that bell crank B is continually under tension because the spring is pushing against it. So it's always loaded down. Basically, those linkage rods are attached to the side of that, and those linkage rods attached to the slide rails on the snow bike kit. So with that tension and that link, we can actually put weight on the ground through the spring of the shock, and that weight distribution changes how much weight is on the front of the kit and how it's balanced in the snow bike kit. So the Rale rear suspension is unique in the fact that there is no suspension underneath what would be considered normally a tunnel. It's a swing arm, and then underneath that would be very comparable to a dirt bike. The swing arm is attached to a wheel. Our undercarriage would be considered like a wheel hub kind of a style. And then the track would be very similar to where the tire is on a rear dirt bike. So in that, we don't have suspension underneath our tunnel, and therefore it's a fixed geometry, a fixed loop. So our loop is very simple. We don't have track tension changes as the suspension moves through its stroke. The rails themselves pivot only a little bit, but don't generate a whole lot of track tension change. And in that, we can run the track very loose, which gives us low rolling resistance, which frees up horsepower and that feeling. And then from there, that also gives us the ability, without having a large loop to absorb all the rear suspension components, we have a very shallow loop that allows for a very large contact patch of the track on the ground. And our approach angle is very shallow, which allows the kit to climb up on the snow very easily. Our ski tower is a machine built aluminum piece, very simple in design in the way that it attaches to the bike. Makes it very simple to use your stock fork guards with minor modification. There's some adjustability on the bottom of the tower. It's a very strong and durable piece. Our ski is a 10-inch wide tri-keel UHMW plastic ski. So the Rale kit is a unique rear suspension design. The patent that we have allows us to operate the snow bike kit more like the dirt bike. We run sag that gets the bike back in its standard ride height. We maintain stock fork angle to get the bike steering head angle correct. And all those features allow the bike to work uniquely. By pivoting in the middle, We kind of shorten the wheelbase. It makes it very agile and very easy to turn tight corners. By having a pretty far forward pivot point on the rear suspension, the front end is light. You can wheelie when you need to. You can wheelie over creeks and obstacles. You can move back on the bike and run across like dirt and asphalt pretty easily. It's all these components coming together that give you that dirt bike feel. The goal of this design was to replicate the dirt bike riding experience on the snow. And through geometry and through these linkages and through the design concept and what ended up being a patented suspension design, the ability to copy that dirt bike and to achieve most of that dirt bike riding experience on the snow was accomplished. For more information, see your local WPS dealer or visit us at riderale.com.